Hey learner, this is Nilesh Borate. In this video we have to see the another classes of file handling: data output stream, data input stream, print stream, and the next topic is that the character stream. Okay, so first we have to see that what is the data output stream. So data output stream, data input stream, and the print stream. So these three classes are the types of a byte streams. Okay, so this class allow an application to write the primitive Java data types to the output stream in a machine independent way. Okay, Java application generally use the data output stream to write the data can later be read by a data input stream. Okay, so these are the some methods which are available by the data output stream. So size, it is used to return the number of bytes. So these are the write, pass integer as a parameter. Then specific data types methods available like write boolean, write char, write chars, bytes, int, short, long, float, double. Okay, when whatever your data types is available in your input, then these data are write into the specific type into file. Okay, so for the each data type there is a separate method available. Okay, so what is the advantage of using specific data type function? So data is writing by using the size of that type, means if the integer size is the 4 byte, then this data is write into the 4 byte. Okay, then this data is write into the 1 byte. Okay, so these are the benefit. Okay, so we have to see the one program. So going to program mode. See here, this is the one example. Here I can import the IO package. This is my class, my main method. Here I can throw the IO exception. Declare the object of a data output stream, DOS equal to new data output stream. So in parameter, create the file output stream object, and here I can create the new file xyz.txt. Okay, and here I can write the data in different data type. So first write data in integer 10, in character A, in double. So here I can pass 23.33, and after that I have to close my file. Okay, so I can test this code. So first see here, in this directory xyz is not available. Okay, so I can compile this code. So javac data output stream demo.java, and here I can run. Okay, so going to folder, see here xyz.txt file is created. So I can open into notepad. Here the data will be written because this data we cannot read because the data is writing in the specific data type order or specific data type functions. So this data is read by using the data input stream. Okay, so I can use the same file and we have to read the content of that file by using the data input stream. Okay, so going to next mode. So next one is that the data input stream. So this class allows an application to read the primitive data from the input stream in a machine independent way. The application generally uses the data output stream to write data that can later be read by a data input stream. Okay, so here these are the some methods. Same to writing here the read data by using the specific type. For example, read int, read byte, read char, read double, read boolean. Okay, so we have to see the one example. So going to program mode. See here, this is the another example of data input stream. So here I can import the package. This is my class name, this is my main method. Here I can create the object of data input stream, and I can pass the same file. Okay, here xyz.txt, which we have already created by using the data output stream. Okay, so here I can read the content of file by using the function read int, read char, and the read double. Okay, and here I can print the all three variables. So first I can open this file xyz.txt. See here, this is my file. Okay, so I can read the content. So first compile this code, data input stream demo, compile and run. Okay, so see here 10, A and 23.33, which data we have write by using the data output stream. Okay, but this file is not readable. Okay, so content is readable by using the data input stream. Okay, so this is the very beneficial for the security purpose. Okay, so going to next mode. Next one is that the print stream class. So this class provide the method to write data to the another stream. The print stream class automatically flush the data, so there is no need to call the flush method. Moreover, its method don't throw the IO exception. So remember this thing that, so this is the advantage of a print stream class. Okay, the print stream class is obtained from the filter output stream class that implement a number of methods for displaying the textual representation of a Java primitive data types. It adds the functionality to the another output stream that has the ability to print the various data values conveniently. So these are the constructor, and these two are the methods, print and the println. Okay, so we have to see the one example of the print stream class. So going to program mode. So see here, this is the example. Here I can import the two classes by using the separate lines. You can also import io.star. Okay, this is my class, this is my main method. Here I can create the one object of a file output stream, fout equal to new file output stream. Here I can pass the file name zzz.txt, and this object I can pass here the print stream object. Okay, so here I can use the println method, pass the one integer, string. Okay, so here you can pass the integer, character, float, double, string, any kinds of data you can pass here. There are only two functions available, print and the println. So these two functions can write the data by using the different data types. Okay, so compared to data output stream, so data output stream have the different methods for writing the data for the different data types. Okay, but in here there are the only two methods, println and the print. So difference in between the print and println is that the println append the new line. Okay, means the write this data and cursor is going to next line. Okay, so these two methods are write the content of the any data type. Okay, so here I can write strings, and here I can close this file. Okay, so before compiling, see in directory there is no files zzz. Okay, so I can compile this code, javac printstream.java, and I can run this. See here success. So going to directory, here zzz.txt is created. See here 2016 hello Java, welcome to Java. Okay, these are printed by using the separate line because in your program we can use the println method. Okay, so going to next mode. Here we can finish the byte stream classes. So these are the next character streams. There are the again two types, reader and writer. Here buffer reader, file reader, and in right side buffer writer, file writer, and print writer. Okay, so first we have to see that what is the reader and the writer in this video, and the remaining classes we have to study on next video. Okay, so first Java writer, it is an abstract class for writing to character stream. Okay, means the content are the readable form and the data is written into the character streams. Okay, the methods that a subclass must implement are the write, here pass the character, int, then flush, and the close. So these three methods are the very rarely used. Okay, most subclasses will override some of the methods defined here to provide the high efficiency functionality or the both. Okay, so these are the two constructors available. Writer, it create a new character stream, writer, whose critical sections will synchronize on the writer itself, and if you pass the object, then it create a new character stream writer whose critical section will synchronize on the given object. So these two constructors are available. Okay, so these are the some methods. So writer is the parent class, so these methods can use all child classes. So append the specified character to the writer. If you pass the parameter as a character sequence, then this will appended. Then close the connection, flush the stream, then write a single character, write a string. Okay, so these are the methods. So these methods can also reuse by using the subclasses. Next one is that the reader. Same here, Java reader is an abstract class for reading the character stream. The only method that a subclass must implement are read, char, intent, similar to write, and close. Most subclasses, however, will override some of the methods to provide higher efficiency, additional functionality, or both. So these are the one: constructor, protector, object, lock. It create a new character stream reader whose critical section will synchronize on the given object. Okay, so reader also have the some built-in methods. Just close method, close the stream. Read a single character, read a character array. Ready, it tells whether this stream is ready to be read. Reset the stream and skip the n characters. Okay, so these are the some methods. So next classes we have to study on the next video. So if you have any queries, then comment on your query in comment box, likes and subscribe this channel. So see you on next video. Thank you.